What's up?
What's up?
What's up, bud?
What's up, Pete?
I'm gonna try to do something that I really don't want to do.
What's that?
I'm gonna attempt to teach you how to color sand clear coat.
And on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the hardest, 1 being the easiest of the paint and body world, where would you rate it?
Probably 25.
And you're gonna let me do this?
Yes, I'm gonna teach you how.
What happens if we screw it up?
Then you're gonna fucking paint. What I've done here, if you look real close, I went ahead and taped all the way around the edges. You know why I did that?
So we don't...
Because I don't want you sanding the fucking edges and burning the fucking paint off. And I also went up the center because that is a very sharp ridge. Okay? So that'll keep you from sanding that. Did I say to do that, bud? Did I say to do that?
Yeah.
All that is a guideline so you don't sand on it. The main tools that we're going to use here is Imperial Wet Dry. Of course it is. 1500 3M. It says to use body and eye protection. Do you have that?
No.
Of course not. And why should you? Because you're Steve, the Volkswagen guy.
When was the last time you heard of somebody getting hurt wet sanding?
Hey, Pete's always got his safety precaution.
And you wear them when you wet sand?
You got it, bud. Little water by splash by.
That's it.
Okay. So you're gonna need your sandpaper, a nice good 3M wet or dry rubber squeegee, okay, and a nice good sponge, okay, and a bucket of clean water, which that's not too clean, but that'll work.
We'll clean it.
Thank you. Can you come over here, please, sir, so we can finish our... Okay, clean that out. That's a good idea, yeah.
One Home Depot bucket of water.
Thank you for advertising for Home Depot on my Wonderland video. That's great. What you want to do is on this sanding block that I'm using, look right here, bud. It's a double-sided sanding block. It's hard on one side and spongy on the other. I don't like that block. So the black side is a little bit harder than the gray side. And you want to fold that in threes. You always want to start with the gray side because you're going to use the gray side the most. And what that's going to do for us, see, we'll be able to flip our paper inside and out, so we got 2 sides on the gray, 1 on the black. Now you want to sand this in sections. I'm up here, Steve. Okay, you want to sand this in sections, and I want Steve to make sure, okay, because, you know, get some good close-ups of this. If you look right here, we got a little bit of trash in our paint, okay, and we got a lot of orange peel. Okay, can you see that? Not at that angle you can't, but if you come over here, where you can get the glisten on it, you can see that it's got a lot of orange peel in the, look right here where I'm at. Can you see that? It's kind of a dull look. So stand right there. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my 1500 and I'm gonna do a section at a time, see? I'm gonna do this section right here. Get down there like this with the camera. You can see, I don't know if you can see that, you can see some orange peel still right there. See it right here. But do you see where all the orange peel is gone, like in that area right there where I just circled? Okay, the whole thing has got to look like that. So, now I'm going to use the gray side. So, keep on sanding, take your squeegee, get a good look at it. And if Steve can get down here, you can see that the orange peel is disappearing. Now, if I was doing this myself, I wouldn't have the tape on there. But Steve is actually a beginner. He's not a professional. So, we'll let everybody out there think about that one.
I just thought it was cool pinstriping.
Here. Now, what we got to do is we got to sand the other 3 sections we got just like that. And then we'll come back and sand it with 2000. Then I'll go over it with 4000, and then we're going to buff it. And we're going to see what this color is really going to look like. So our pal Steve, okay, behind the camera there. Thank you. That's what I really wanted to see. Is going to show us how he's going to do it. Did you know that the lens was all blurred up there?
It just did it.
Okay, now, so I'm going to leave Steve at that. He's going to sand it down to 2000, am I right?
Correct.
And then we're going to buff that before we go home so we can see what our hood looks like and see how shiny and glossy it really is. We've been letting this hood sit for, what?
Week? 2 weeks?
It's been sitting a week, so everything's cured on it real good. And we'll check it out when we get back. Hasta la vista. And if you look behind Steve's big head, you can see my little beautiful Maxwell back there. Yes, that's right. Okay, Maxwell, my little pal, is waiting for me. And one day Steve's car might look as good as Max. What do you think of that, Steve? Maybe?
I hope so.
Then get your fucking ass in gear. Let's go, dude. Don't stroke it that fucking hard. Jesus. Might be turning somebody on out there. Can you see orange peel in it?
Yep.
Then get the fucking shit out. God, bud, come on, man. I gotta sit here and babysit you every fucking time you come over. Every time, bud. See you later. First thing that you want to do is you want to have a nice clean wool double-sided pad. That is what you call a buffer spur, okay? It keeps your pad. The buffing compound that I use, Perfected rubbing compound 05974 3M, okay? I have my buffer. It's a variable speed buffer. It's set at approximately 1800 RPM. The second coat buffing that you want to do is with your black waffle face. Can you get a good angle of that? And what we're using here, we're going to use number 3, Perfected 2 3M foam polishing pad wax, black. Okay, that's all it takes. Now, you're going to turn your buffer down to approximately 1400. See the difference? Now, to finish that off, and I still got to buff the other side, what I do is I come back with a nice clean white ball, lint-free white ball, and I use the Final Inspect 34 Meguiar's. Can you read that? Now, go ahead and spray a little bit of that on there. Steve, bring that camera over here, bud. Let's look at that. If you look, you can see, can you get the camera down at an angle where you can see the gloss, where you can see me in it?
Oh yeah.
Can you see me in that?
Oh yeah, perfect.
Okay. Because this is actually a light color, so the gloss you really won't be able to see unless, you know, the whole car is together. But that, okay, you can actually see that that is a perfect shine. Can you see my reflection in that?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay, can you
Looks
see
like
me looking at the camera?
Looks like
Am I looking at the camera talking to you?
It looks double.
Okay, there you go.
Looks like there's 2 of you.
That's 1/2 side of a 1970 Karmann Ghia hood, buffed, color sanded, down to 2000. It's got 4 coats of clear, 3 coats of paint, very strenuous body work applied to this. It's been in my fucking shop. I don't know, my balls are blue over it, okay? It's time to get the cocksucker out of my fucking shop. Let's finish the other side and go home tonight and dream about how luscious and ridiculous this cocksucker hood really is.